the ways you love to play. Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at Academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
Monarch, the official trophy provider for Typha.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to The Zone here on the Typha Sports Network. Another Wednesday night starting at 8 p.m. today. As we jumping in a little bit earlier, we got a special guest. In fact, we'll bring her on here just momentarily. She should be popping up on your screen. Miss Adrienne Smith is here to join us tonight to give us some fantastic information about a product that they provide. Adrienne, we got it scrolling on the bottom there from Gridiron Queendom. Tell us everything that you can about this Queendom.
How are you, Kenny? It's so good to be on the show. Can you hear me okay? I just want to make sure.
You're coming through nice and clear.
Excellent. So Gridiron Queendom. Well, first off, I've been playing women's tackle football since 2006. I started out playing for a team in New York. I currently play for the Boston Renegades, the 6-time championship winning Boston Renegades. And in 2013, I created Gridiron Queendom as a company that really is all about supporting women and girls around the world who play football or are fans of football.
So it's amazing that you're actually still a player in a women's league out there. And I was in Boston back on July 4th. What position? Let me ask this: what position do you play?
Oh my gosh, I've got the best hands in the business. I got my rings on, or a couple of them at least. I'm a wide receiver, Kenny.
A wide receiver, and you know, and just by asking that question, I could already tell just when you started off talking about it that you had that wide receiver mentality.
Absolutely, absolutely. It takes a lot of guts. I play the X position, so I'm way out there by myself. Sometimes on the offense, when I'm just the single side receiver and we need a big first down or we need a touchdown, then that pressure, that limelight, so to speak, falls on my shoulders, and I like to rise to the occasion every time. We have a phenomenal coaching staff, a phenomenal management team with the Boston Renegades, and we get after it.
Now I understand. I mean, you're in New York, but you play for a Boston team. And how does that work out? Because I'm a Yankee fan, and my dad's from New York, and I know he taught me from a very young age, that no self-respecting Yankee fan could ever play or go for a Boston team.
Well, with all due respect to your dad, he was probably accurate in the sport of baseball. But we're talking about football here, Kenny. And so I'm proof positive that there are no holds barred. I wanted to be the best wide receiver I could be. Boston has a tradition, both on the men's tackle football side and the women's tackle football side, of putting together some amazing teams. It all starts with the coaching staff. Our offensive coordinator, Coach Vernon Crawford, actually used to be a Patriot. So he studied under the Bill Belichick system. And I like to say that we are all granddaughters of Bill Belichick, because his coaching style, his methodology was transferred into our coaching staff, and now they're coaching us. So for me, it's all about commitment, but greatness costs what it costs. If you want to be great, then you're going to have to go above and beyond. So I commute from New York to Boston, sometimes 1 to 3 times per week during our football season.
Now that commute to Boston, that's probably no different than going from Dallas to Fort Worth. It's not like you're going from San Antonio to Dallas. That's about a 4-hour drive.
You got that right, Kenny. It's about, on a good day, it's a 4-hour drive. On a tough day, it might be 6 hours. There was one time, and I have to give a shout out to the Boston Renegades general manager, Ben Brown. Without him, I just couldn't make it work. He's so good at logistics and facilitating transportation for not only me, but for some of the other players. And I remember at one point, I left my place, I want to say it was at 2 p.m., did not get to the field until after 8 p.m. And practice is only 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So then I had to just circle right on back, hop on a bus, and head back to New York.
Wow.
That's
tough. Crazy. We're talking to Adrian Smith, founder and CEO of Gridiron Queendom. Check it out at www.gridironqueendom.com. And she's also on Instagram and Twitter at GI Queendom. So tell us about Queendom and this game Blitz Champ. What's this all about?
Oh my gosh. So Kenny, absolutely love Blitz Champs. All right. So it was a game I created in 2015. Now, the reason I wanted to do that, I've been a member of the U.S. Women's National Flag Football Team. I'm a 5-time member of that team starting in 2008. And then I'm also a 2-time member of the U.S. Women's National Tackle Football Team. We won gold medals in 2010 and 2013. I'm actually wearing a couple of those rings that we won. So football took me around the world. I've played in Canada, I've played in Sweden, I've played in Finland. And what I learned over the years is that football is just like math and music. It is a universal language. And what I wanted to do was take the strategy, the passion, the fun, and excitement that I experience on the field, and I wanted to put it into a card game so that kids and their families could experience the same exhilaration that I do when I'm on the field.
So explain to us how does this game work?
Okay, so it's super simple. Blitz Champs is for everybody, football fans, non-football fans. I say it's for ages 7 to 107. Now, if anybody out there is 108, 112, yes, you can still play. All right. So you have green cards, which are your offensive cards. I'll flash some up here. So they're just green, right? Your offensive cards. That's what you use to score points. Then you've got a few red defensive cards. These are what you use. Red means stop. Those are what you use to remove points from your opponents. And then you have some, what I call continuation cards. These are yellow continuation cards. So the goal of Blitz Champs is to be the first person to score 21 or more points. You use your green offensive cards to score points, your red defensive cards to remove points from your opponents, and the yellow continuation cards keep the game going. So it can be played by 2 to 6 people at a time. It's perfect for tailgating, home gating. It's perfect for kids, families, and there are even teachers that use it for indoor recess or as a math learning tool for kids in grades 3 through 8.
So when you designed this, obviously you love the sport of football, and that obviously was a driving force. But what is the inner thought that you had when you created this game, and how you wanted it to benefit the youth, other than the math aspect?
Right. So it's a great question, Kenny. For me, again, football was a way to unify people around the world. That's what I saw. I saw women playing the game, men playing the game, girls, boys, everybody from all different races. So when I created Blitz Champs, I wanted the game to be completely inclusive. If you pick up a Blitz Champs deck, you're going to see yourself in it. Whether you're a girl, a boy, whether you're black, whether you're Asian, Hispanic, I have people representing all genders, all races within the game. And so we found that with kids, whether it's in school or it's like the Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts, Boys and Girls Clubs, YMCAs, the kids gravitate towards it because they look at it and they see on the cards someone who looks like them. And in their minds, they're thinking, oh, Blitz Champs is for me. Football is for me. There's a place for me. It really comes to home in terms of some of the girls that I've watched play the game. Many times they felt marginalized in class or that, sports weren't for them, certainly not football. But when they've played Blitz Champs and they win, they get excited. And then it becomes this whole new world of a sport that they now feel as if they can be a part of.
So now there's other games that are similar to this. What is the difference between those and your game?
Well, I've got to say that I don't know of anything that's exactly like Blitz Champs. There might be some other football card games out there, but again, in my opinion, those games, they're only focusing on the male demographic, and they're, in my mind, a little more complex than what I would prefer in terms of having to know a lot about the game of football, like specifics. The great thing about Blitz Champs is that you don't need to know anything about the game of football, and you can still pick up Blitz Champs and play and have fun. That was part of what I did in terms of testing the game. So back in 2016, I actually had focus groups, none of which spoke English or knew anything about football, American football, try the game out. So getting a little technical here, but I'll show a card, and you'll see in this corner here that there's an icon. It's got a football with a line through it. So what that means, it's an interception card. So if you know what, if you're familiar with football, you know that an interception occurs when you take someone else's pass. But if you don't know anything about football, you'll be able to look at the passing touchdown card and you'll see the 6 points. And then you can look at the interception card and see that it's a football with a line through it, so that the red interception card removes the green passing touchdown card. So I've incorporated these icons throughout the game to help people, to assist those who don't really know about football. And they love it because the game itself is fun. It requires strategy. You have to use your mental math skills in order to add and subtract your points to get to 21 or more.
So it sounds like this would be a fantastic game for teams, because obviously Taifa, we're all over the state of Texas. So especially during playoff time, we get some long road games. This might be a great road game kind of thing to keep the kids' minds sharp, ready to go once they hit the football field.
Absolutely, Kenny, and that's what we found. So I've done. Sometimes I'll do Blitz Champs workshops where I'll do a presentation to like Pop Warner teams over Zoom, and what happens is the kids, the coaches, the parents, they end up buying Blitz Champs, and you hit the nail on the head. The kids will play the game on the road trips to the tournaments, or even at tournaments. In between games, you'll have some of the kids break out a Blitz Champs deck and they'll play a quick game. So a game typically lasts anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, and it's really fun. It keeps the kids focused on football. and on strategy and critical thinking. And those skills are important not only on the field, but in life.
So again, we're talking to Adrienne Smith, founder and CEO of Gridiron Queendom, and talking about her fantastic card game called was it Blitz game again?
Blitz Champs. You gotta be a champ.
There it is.
I broke out the shirt for you.
You broke out the shirt on me.
Shirt.
Ow! All right. So talking about Blitz Champ here. So your recent partnership with Taifa with this game with your products there. Tell us about that partnership.
Well, it's absolutely fantastic. So, I was doing research about organizations with which I could partner in regards to Blitz Champs, and Taifa just immediately popped off the map. The things that Taifa is doing in terms of really providing platforms and opportunities for kids to experience the game of football and do it in a safe and organized manner, I couldn't help but want to work with Taifa. And so what we're doing is something extremely special. We're actually offering a discount for Taifa members. So right now, Blitz Champs is sold at Amazon, and the price is $19.99. But if you are affiliated with Taifa, there's a special coupon you can use to get 10% off that price. So you just have to put in Taifa, Tyfa 10 off 10, Taifa off 10, and then that will get you the 10% discount when you check out of Amazon.
So some money off on this game. Taifa off 10 is the coupon code for that, and that's going to be on Amazon, correct?
Yes. So you just go to Amazon, you type in Blitz Champs, and Blitz Champs will pop up. When you go to purchase it and add it to your cart, there will be an opportunity to add that discount code, and you'll automatically get the savings.
And we actually have a commercial for you guys now that we're going to be airing here. It didn't air at the start of the show. I wanted to wait till we got you on. Let's go ahead and take a look at this right now.
Looking for a card game for age Looking for a card game for age 7 to 107? Score a touchdown with Blitz Champs. The super fun and easy football card game. Perfect for 2 to 6 players. It only takes 2 minutes to learn, but provides hours of unplugged family time for everyone. A National Parenting Product Awards winner, Blitz Champs is also great for 3rd through 8th grade teachers looking to reinforce math skills with an entertaining, effective game. Visit blitzchamps.com.
And there we go. So we got the commercial that'll be airing here on the Zone during our broadcast on Wednesday night, starting at 8:30 p.m. Early start here, so we can accommodate Adrienne being out there on the East Coast. Tell me, I know you play football in Boston. Are you a Giants fan?
Ooh. So let me get into that, Kenny, but I just want to say I misspoke with the discount code. It's actually Taifa 10 off. I reversed it. So it's Taifa 10 off. Taifa 10% off. Taifa 10 off.
Right.
So I live in New York. I play for the Boston Renegades, but I'm about to blow your mind, Kenny, because the team I love most is – I always have show and tell. You always have to have show and tell. Okay. Is the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, no. Really? The 40?
Yes!
I'm going to be nice because I have some colorful words for the 49ers when I refer to them.
Oh, boy. Isn't this a G-rated show, Kenny?
It is a G, and I'm going to keep it that way. That is something that I always manage to do. I keep it G-rated. So you're a 49ers fan living in New York, working in Boston.
Yes. I'm worldwide, Kenny. I'm just worldwide.
Well, you're East Coast until you did the whole 49ers thing. But, I mean, how much razzing do you get being a 49ers fan in that area?
Ooh, I mean, it can be tough. But at the end of the day, we've won so many Super Bowls that people can only say so much. And Jerry Rice is the GOAT. So what are you going to do? That's the best wide receiver in the history of football.
But it's got to be tough walking into a sports bar, walking in any place during game. Here in the NFL, you're wearing a San Francisco jersey or your little San Francisco turnover chain there. And, I mean, We know New York fans and Boston fans, they love to kind of get into it. What are they going to do with you? And to boot, you've got that wide receiver mentality as well on top of it.
Yes. So it's been interesting, but we had a good run, not this past Super Bowl, but before. And there are some of us out here in New York City. So there's some San Francisco 49ers fans bars that I can go to. We find each other.
There's not many. I can tell you that. There's not many.
I'm kidding. Oh my gosh.
Adrian Smith, thank you for joining us here tonight here on The Zone and bringing us your fantastic card game. I'm hoping everybody takes advantage of it. Again, the coupon code for Amazon is TYFA10 off. That's TYFA, the number 1010, and then the word off, OFF. You go on Amazon, check it out. She is the founder and CEO of Gridiron Queendom. Check out her website at gridironqueendom.com, Instagram and Twitter at GI Queendom. And thank you for joining us tonight and providing the information on this game. And hopefully people will go check that out because playoffs are coming. We're hitting midseason right now, so everybody's on their stride here at TYFA. We hit playoff time. There's going to be some road trips coming up, so you're going to need that card game.
Excellent. Kenny, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited. I'm so happy to be partnered with TYFA, and I just, I'm just ecstatic.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic night and be careful there in New York wearing that turnover chain. We'll be right back here. We'll be right back here on The Zone.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at Academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
Monarch, the official trophy provider for TYFA.
Looking for a card game for age 7 to 107? Score a touchdown with Blitz Champs, the super fun and easy football card game. Perfect for 2 to 6 players. It only takes 2 minutes to learn, but provides hours of unplugged family time for everyone. A National Parenting Product Awards winner, Blitz Champs is also great for 3rd through 8th grade teachers looking to reinforce math skills with an entertaining, effective game. Visit blitzchamps.com.
Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easy to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store.
All right, welcome back here to the Zone here on the Type of Sports Network. Every Wednesday starting at 8:30 p.m. We had an early start to help our guest that was on, Adrian Smith, founder and CEO of Gridiron Queendom. Again, go check it out, gridironqueendom.com. You can also on Instagram and Twitter at giqueendom.com. Fantastic game that they've got put together. They're partnering with Typha. So fantastic job there, and welcome to the family here with the Texas Youth Football Association. Got the comments going up here. Let's see who's thank you for joining us. If you're just joining in, I know some of y'all just getting done with practice. Thank you for joining us here tonight as a little bit of a different show. I'm not going to go over a lot of stuff. I'm not going to go over a lot of the standings and stuff. I've started building some banners to show standings that I'll update every game every week. Haven't been able to finish them all, but I'll show you what I do have. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and stop that one there. And I'll start this first one here to show you the current standings for Flag Division 2. The top 5 is what we're going to list on here from now on. You can see that on the scroller on the bottom. Number 5, the Upper Valley Longhorns, RGV Sabertooth Tigers at number 4. West Texas Falcons and the Southeast Junior Hornets at 3 and 2. Number 1 is the Midland Horned Frogs. So that's what I'm going to start doing there. Score-wise, we may hit some scores here and there, but I want to do something a little bit different. And you saw that I had the guest on. We had a good time, good conversation. I reached out, and you guys were all here last week. If you're here last week, West Texas, didn't hear from anybody offering them to come on the show, talk about their organization, talk about their teams, what have you. Zero response. El Paso, I got a couple of responses. Somebody wanted me to reach out to a flag coach, I believe it was. Haven't heard back. And I got the Wiley Bulldogs, but only one particular team. I'm not sure if it's even a coach or if it's a parent sending me all kinds of video. That's great. But I want to talk to the coaches. I want to talk to the ADs and the presidents of those organizations of what they're doing out there in their communities, what they're providing in their communities, and just not getting that. Nobody's responding. So here is what I'm going to do tonight. We're going to do this for about the next half hour, and then we'll call it a night. I'm going to give you an opportunity to join me on the show here tonight. And one of the other things that I'm looking for is I am looking, I'm ready to offer a guest host with me. So if you're interested in being a guest host on an episode coming up on Wednesday nights, email me at thezone@typha.com with your contact information, and we'll get together and discuss it and have you on as a guest host, and we can kind of banter back and forth about different subjects, things that people want to talk about, things that pop up in the comments section that people love to go in and talk about. And JC, Raul, JC has been on the show, and JC will continue to return on the show. We just need to coordinate some things to make sure we get that done. I wasn't able to coordinate with him and a lot of different things going on, but here it is. I'm going to do it. I may regret doing this because there's some people out there that I just don't want to talk to. There's just some people I just don't want to talk to because they spit out nonsense. And you know how I'm spitting out nonsense. So here's what I've just done. I just posted the link to join me on the show here. I just posted the link. And JC, I know you're there. You're always there, and I appreciate it. I want to see how this works, though, with other individuals. You and I know we can chop it up. You and I know we can always give it a shot. But I want to see who's brave enough, instead of being a keyboard warrior and popping things here in the chat box, who wants to come on and actually talk. Because obviously me challenging the different regions, different areas, the different chapters isn't working because everybody's too scared. They come on here and they spout off on the chat box, but they don't want to come on. So I'm just putting open invitation there for tonight and see who pops in. And I can see you're going to go in the green room, and I can see who it is. Make sure you label your name on there because I want to know who you are. And if you want to on the label, you put who you are and the organization you represent or the team you represent, and we'll see what you got to say. You know, it's kind of I guess you could call it a free speech Wednesday night, as week 4 has passed for Division I. Week 3 has passed. And things are shaping up. You see the Division II standings right now for Flag, Upper Valley Longhorns. These are undefeated teams right now, and that list is starting to shrink. I can tell you right now that list is starting to shrink. Let me get back here to the Division II, and where last week we had quite a few number of teams that were still undefeated. We're down to 6. We're down to 6, and I'm only doing the top 5 here, but you got to mention and the Super Athletics. I want to talk to them. 3-0 on the season so far. They're the 6th ranked team in Division II Flag right now, just above the Hub City Matadors, who are 3-1. And yeah, we're hitting mid-season. This is where it all really starts to shake out. The teams that are going to make a run for the playoffs are starting to come to the top. The teams that are struggling are going to start dropping down to the bottom. We're really going to start to separate there. You're going to have those middle-of-the-road teams that are really going to have to look at their schedule. They're going to have to really start circling some dates on getting some wins, getting something going for themselves, because if not, they're going to struggle to get in the playoffs. Remember, the magic number for playoffs is 5 wins. 5 wins and you're in. Remember, this is an 8-game season, but we run about 10 weeks. So a couple of bye weeks that happen. So 8 games. And these teams that are already sitting at 4-0, they literally only need one more win, and they have secured a playoff spot. That is where we're at in the season. That's how important this is getting. And once again, I've put the link to the stream for you to actually join me here on the show. And Juan, if you want to join me, go ahead, click on it, because, again, it looks like everybody's scared. Everybody's scared. I got 25 people in the room right now, and there's nobody in the green room. Nobody in the green room. So the Flag is starting to get a little tight there. Got some 4-0 teams. They need one more win. Midland Horned Frogs, Southeast Junior Hornets, and the West Texas Falcons. They only need one more win to secure a playoff spot. That's where we're at the season. So let me switch it up for you here. That is the Flag Division II. Let's take a look at the Flag Division, the Tykes Division II. And you see the top 5 there from 5 on up. As you could see here, Abilene Cowboys sitting up top. You got 2 teams that are 4-0 right now. Abilene Cowboys and West Texas Falcons at 1 and 2. West Texas giving a strong showing there in Division II right now. El Paso Sharks at number 3, 3-0. Southeast T-Birds, Floresville Wildcats. We got a few more undefeateds in the Tykes, though. We go all the way down to the number 9 position, the Willacy County Gators. at 3-0. Westaco Pride, Texas Revolution, San Antonio Tigers, all the way up to 6, all 3-0. But you got 2 teams here, Abilene Cowboys and West Texas Falcons. One more win, and they're in. They are secured for playoffs. So a lot of great games, I'm sure, are coming up, and people trying to fight for these positions are coming strong. They're coming quick. We'll show you the rookies right now. Rookies top 5. As it makes the cheer. And sitting up top is the Wiley Bulldogs. I've heard a lot about these Bulldogs. Are they for real? I've had some people tell me they are the real deal. Brand new organization, and they're coming out of, I believe, the West Texas area, and they're already leading the pack. 4-0, they need one more win. They're the only 4-0 team, by the way, in the Division II rookies right now. So a win next week, and they've secured their playoff spots. Undefeated teams all the way down to 8, ending with the Cornerstone Warriors white squad. So again, things are shaping up for the season. You got to be ready. It's happening. It's happening quick. Juniors, Division II. El Paso Broncos, Cornerstone Warriors white. The Westaco Pride out of the RGV. Looking strong there. Westaco Pride in the rookies, sitting at 3-0 and number 2 in the rankings right now. Midland Horned Frogs leading the way, 1-0. The West Texas Falcons and Midland Horned Frogs, both at 4-0, just need one more win to secure a playoff spot. Westaco, Cornerstone White, El Paso Broncos, your top 5. Still undefeated going down past top 5 is Southeast T-Birds, Ed Couch, Elsa Little Jackets, Central Panthers, all undefeated at number 8. Rest them down with one win. The worst record you can have to secure a playoff spot is 5-3. 5-3. Remember, the magic number is 5. 5 is where you want to get to secure a playoff spot. Worst record you could have at the end of the season is 5-3. Now, you can be a 4-4 team, but then you're called what we call on the bubble. You have not secured a playoff spot until we go through the playoff show. Westaco Pride and the Ed Couch Elsa Little Jackets play this Saturday, so some nice matchups coming up there. Ed Couch currently at the number 7 position, 3-0. What a win that would be for them against the Westaco Pride. But let's take a look at that matchup there. Ed Couch Elsa Little Jackets. They 90 points scored on offense. They've only allowed 6 on defense, but Westaco scored 75, and they have yet to allow a score. So that could be a big win there for Ed Couch, and that with that win, if they win, that'd be interesting on the moves to see where Westaco ends up in those standings. Currently, they are the number 3 ranked team in Juniors Division II. Will that change? We'll have to wait and find out when we get those scores and let everybody know. All right, so I did get some Division I. I think 2 of them. Yeah, I got the flag and the Tykes. Like I said, I'll be building these things up to continue these and switch them through here as we go through the season. So I just click on them and let them run here to scroll down here for you. Flag Division I, number 5, Cornerstone Warriors, the Red Squad, Ruthless Wolfpack, San Antonio Junior Hurricanes, San Antonio Junior Hawks, and the JYSF Venom, of course, sitting at number 1. Something about Chris Davis and those flag teams. Trying to build dynasties out there. He's trying to build dynasties. That's what he's doing. Now, the Division I teams, remember, they've only played 3 games. They had a week 1 bye. The entire division had a week 1 bye. So they're on week 3 right now for their games. It's week 4, but only 3 games played as everybody had a bye week 1. But still an 8-game season. So they'll be playing. And things will be changing and shaking. All right, so let's take a look at the last one I have was the Tykes. There's your top 5 there. This one I didn't set up as a ticker, so I'll have to fix that. Like I said, I was right in the middle of doing this as we got ready to start the show. We'll have this up and running definitely for next week for you to take a look. But we'll go to Division I for the rookies and kind of give you an idea what's happening with the rookies. So your rookies top 5, currently a 2-0 to PSGA Wildcats. At number 4 is the RGV Punishers. At number 3, it's the Cornerstone Warriors Red. At number 2, the Tri-County Titans. And at number 1, out of the RGV, the Ruthless Wolfpack, leading the way in rookies Division I. Those are your top 5. Now, still undefeated at number 6 is the Judson Junior Rockets, as they have a matchup coming up in Austin. They will travel up to meet the Capital Area Junior Wranglers. The Wranglers coming into that game ranked number 16 at 1-2 right now. We'll see if an upset comes up over the Rockets, because that would definitely push the Rockets down if they lose that matchup up in Austin. If they take the win, of course, it'll improve their position to 3-0. And then depending how PSGA fares, how the RGV Punishers, and everybody else up the road, we'll see what happens. Rockets at 2-0 right now because they did have a game they have a game that I believe needs to be made up, which is supposed to be done at a later date, I believe in October. So they'll be getting that done. And for the juniors, Division I, your top 5, undefeated at 3-0, the RGV Punishers. San Antonio Junior Hawks at 4. Number 3 is the Cornerstone Warriors Red. Number 2 is the Cibolo Spartans. And number 1, the Ruthless Wolfpack. And then the other one that I wasn't able to get done, that's going to be the seniors, the all-important seniors. Top 5 is the El Paso Broncos at 5. Number 4 is the RGV United. At 3 is the Texas Seminoles. Number 2 is the Predators United. And number 1 is the Southeast T-Birds. And you still have some undefeateds there below 5. You've got at number 6, the RGV Punishers, sitting at 2-0 at number 6. Still a lot of football to be played, but we are getting close to the playoff matchups. It's coming up faster than you think. So we're going to take a quick break. Again, I posted the stream. I posted the invite for you to join me here on the stream. And no takers. Nobody's in my green room. Still waiting. Everybody wants to be a keyboard warrior. Everybody wants to get behind a keyboard and type whatever they want to say. They want to type whatever they want to say. But you're afraid to face it right here on the show. You'd rather hide behind that keyboard. Wow. Keep it here. We'll be right back. This is The Zone every Wednesday night starting at 8:30 here on the Typhus Sports Network.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at Academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
Monarch, the official trophy provider for Typo.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at Academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
for a card game for age 7 to 107? Score a touchdown with Blitz Champs, the super fun and easy football card game. Perfect for 2 to 6 players. It only takes 2 minutes to learn, but provides hours of unplugged family time for everyone. A National Parenting Product Awards winner, Blitz Champs is also great for 3rd through 8th grade teachers looking to reinforce math skills with an entertaining, effective game. Visit blitzchamps.com.
And welcome back to the Zone here every Wednesday night starting at 8:30 p.m. here on the Type of Sports Network. Kenny Long with you here, your host, as football. Cowboys with a big win on Monday night over the Eagles. Nobody willing to join me in the green room and be a part of the show here tonight. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I get a lot of people say, "Hey, man, I want to come on the show. Hey, man, I want to do. I want to talk about. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that." I get all these messages all the time, and then when I give the invites, I get zilch. I just posted it. I'll even do it again. There's the link right there. There's the link right there for you to join the show. And I'm even going to do this. I'm going to turn this show on my phone right now. And I see the link right there. And so Christina Craven says, I see you on a live broadcast with Columbia. I guess you're in Columbia, South Carolina. Thank you for joining us. Do you actively involve yourself with that youth organization? Yes, this is the Type of Sports Network. I am Kenny Long, the host of The Zone here, formerly of Type of Radio. It's now the Type of Sports Network. Been doing it for a number of years. You've probably seen my face and my voice on the hit show Friday Night Tykes. So, yeah, I think I'm pretty active with this youth organization. I'm also the regional director for the North to Central Texas for TIFA. So yeah, I think I'm pretty active. So let's see here. I put the stream link on here. Let's see what happens if I click it myself. Am I going to show myself up here? So I have to copy the link here from my phone. I got to go to Safari. I got to paste it right here, which is what I'm going to do, just to make sure that everybody can do this. And it's going to be funny when I can actually see myself. That's going to be hilarious. Christina Craven, you're in Texas. I just got orders to that location. Oh, well, I'm sorry to say, I'm sorry to see that. So but I'm not sure about your question, though. If you want to like throw a bone, a good organization you like. Oh, I see what you're saying, Christina. Okay. I apologize. No, I don't really know of any. I'm not affiliated with any other organizations in Columbia, South Carolina. I went to high school in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I can tell you that much. But no, I don't know any leagues that are there. I'm sure there are leagues, but I couldn't tell you which one to go to, which one's better. I don't know who's better. I just know they do have them. All right. So I just entered the studio myself. And I can hear the stream. I can see myself talk. And here's the real funny part. I'm about to add myself to the show. And look at that. I'm going to give you a view. I'm giving you a different view of what I got. Let me show you what I've got here. This is my setup here. I can see myself there. That's where I monitor the show right there. Make sure everything's going through nicely. There's the actual computer that's on the show. There's a backup computer. And then I got some other stuff that's all around me here because I work from home and I do a lot of work and I got computers everywhere, incling a laptop sitting behind me. So giving you an inside view of what the zone looks like when we're broadcasting right here. Live here on the Type of Sports Network. So I got a little fun. So the link works. The link absolutely works. So I'm not sure what the holdup is. Why you're not willing to join me? I'm looking for I want to have a guest host every night from now on. So if you're interested, I'm going to go ahead and end this little thing. Let's remove that because I don't need to be on here twice. I just wanted to make sure. Let me leave this. Thank you. I'm gone out of there. All right. So I'd like to have a guest host every week. That's what I'm looking for. So if you ever thought you could host, you ever thought that you could be a part of the show, what we do here, then email me at thezone@tyfa.com. Thezone@tyfa.com. And we'll get you set up to join me on a Wednesday night and be the guest host and help me answer some of the questions that come across, people that ask things like that. Maybe banter about some of the standing, maybe some of the scores. We'll take a look at some scores that they're interested in, people that are interested in, and talk about it, find out what's going on. But we're trying to do more and more here with the show, trying to make it more interactive for you, more than me just sitting here just reading off scores and standings, and that's it. Now, the biggest thing that everybody listens for me is they want my predictions, and predictions will be coming. Week 5 is coming up. Once we get to that halfway point, that is when I will begin making predictions. So we'll have week 5 scores starting next Wednesday, which means I will look at the schedule. I will look at some of the matchups, compare some of them and see what's going on, and I'll start making predictions. That's what we're going to do. But I'm only going to do predictions on the top 5 standings, the matchups with the top 5. Because if I was to go through predictions for every single game that's going to be played on a Saturday, we'd be here all night. And I don't have that kind of time, neither do you. Juan, quick on the link real quick and join me real quick. JC, come join me here real quick. So people can see how it works other than me just messing with it. Can we sign up for next Wednesday? As a guest host? Absolutely. That's what I'm asking for. Email me at thezone@tyfa.com, and we'll send you the link. You'll have to watch your email because we'll send the link right then and there to your email, so you can click on it and jump on when we do the show next Wednesday. Talk about your organization. Talk about your specific team. What how you're supporting and helping your community. Let's chop it up. Let's find out who you are, what you're about. If you want to be a guest host, let me know. We'll have you on all night with us, and anybody else that jumps into the green room, we'll let them in. We'll talk, and we'll see what's going on. If there's any kind of controversial subject that come up, we'll talk about that. There are plenty of things for us to talk about and make this show bigger and better. Because it seems to be that's what everybody wants. And one of the things that I will not do, and this is something I've had some talks with some people about, is that there are other shows out there, and I'm glad that they're doing their thing and doing what they want to do. But I will not subject us. I won't subject myself. I'm not going to sit there and talk crap about an organization. I'm not going to sit there and talk crap about somebody. I don't do that. I don't use the language. I'm not going to use the language. I don't think this is a youth program as far as I'm concerned. This is a youth football league. It's a youth sports radio show. I know, I'm very well aware that there are some youth that are listening to this show. Sometimes there are subjects I do want to talk about, and I'll tell you right off the bat, I'll give you some time. Put the kids away, put grandma and grandpa in the other room, put on some headphones, whatever you need to do, because we're about to get real. I did it a couple of weeks ago. Got on my soapbox, and we did it. But we'll have some real talk. We'll have some real conversation. We'll have some fun while we're at it. Because the one thing that I hate, and you've heard me say it many times, I hate the keyboard warriors. You got a lot to say on a keyboard, which everybody's being pretty quiet tonight. I don't know. Is everybody being quiet because I'm so much onto this? Join me here on the video. Join me here on the stream. Because now all of a sudden everybody's quiet. Before, y'all are just bumping. Y'all are just like talking about this, talking about that. Oh, say something about this. Oh, what's your thoughts about that? I'm getting 0 right now. Some of them other shows, they get into certain subjects that I don't think we should get into. I'm enjoying a glass. Christina Craven, you keep on enjoying that glass of wine. I'm enjoying a glass of wine, so I'm getting ballsy. You sit back and enjoy that glass of wine. Get ready for your move to Columbia, South Carolina. Make sure you go to Myrtle Beach. Okay, Juan says you're trying to click the link because I did it earlier and it worked fine. Here it is again. Same link. It works. Did it myself. Everybody got to see the studio. Got to see my work area. My wife comes when I set this place up. My wife said I look like something out of Star Trek. I've even got I've got my Amazon Echo Dot over here, and I renamed it Computer. I actually renamed it Computer.
Could you say that again?
Computer, what time is it?
The time is 8:59 p.m.
Computer, estimate the time it'll take me to get to Venus.
Earth's and Venus travel time is 15 months.
Like I said, we'll have some fun here. I can turn up the Echo Dot, and we can ask the computer anything we want to ask. Computer, who's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
It's still early, so I'm rooting for my favorite football team to win the Super Bowl. Hut, hut, hike!
We're going to have some fun, so make sure you join us. Again, if you want to be a part of the show, be either a guest host or you just want to come on and talk about your organization and what they're doing in their community, any kind of information you want to provide people about your organization, join me here on The Zone. You can email me at thezone@tyfa.com, and we'll get something put together and get you on the show here, get you in the green room so we can bring you on live and let you talk it up, and we'll have a little fun talking about some other subject as it comes along. As JC, I'm guessing you're still trying to get in. It worked for me. I had no problem. So, but I'll tell you what, we're going to call it a night. You can go to tyfa.com, click on the Game Center to get all the information that you're looking for. Christina Craven just popped in here. Last week, I was trying to say, can Tyfa change rules and not allow teams to forfeit until maybe the fourth quarter? No, you can't do that, Christina. I think you had that question last week. We were kind of questioning about forfeits. Yeah, forfeits to me are never any good. There are some specific reasons that a team can forfeit. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes you got a team that just doesn't have enough players and players start getting hurt. And if they don't have enough to field the team, the number of players that required on the football field, then they have no choice but to forfeit. It has to happen, whether it's in the first quarter or it's in the fourth quarter. It doesn't matter. People pay to watch these games, parking admissions. I understand that. And that's why whenever this does happen, the board of Tyfa does take a look at these things. And if there's any further sanctions or fines, suspension that need to happen, they are notified and it happens. So yeah, forfeits are never good. I don't like them. I've got a situation with that now as well, and not happy about it, but it's going to happen. And JC just joined us here in the, so we'll pop in there. We'll stick around a little bit longer here. JC, how's it going tonight? So you got no voice tonight. We got you on camera. we ain't got no voice going from JC. I can't hear you, but can you hear me? Not sure what the deal is here. I'll mute you and then I'll unmute you. Let's see if that helps you. So JC has some technical difficulties right now down there at the RGV. JC, thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you like forfeits? He can't hear nothing. He can't see nothing. Can't hear nothing. Not sure what's going on. He hears me. So clearly he hears me. He doesn't like forfeits anyways. JC, I don't know. Obviously, you've done something to your system. I don't know what you've done, but we'll have to try that another time with JC. Anybody else that can jump in there, I put it out there, and I may do it again next week. I don't know. We'll see. I may do it again next week. Let's see who wants to openly join me. I've got the green room. I don't have to let you in, but if you want to try to get in, we'll post it. We'll put it out there. I may even go on Facebook and post this thing just prior to the show. Load this thing up and see what it can handle. Bring people in, talk about what you want to talk about your team, talk about your organization, anything else. JC's going to try. So we'll add more time, see if it happens.
Can you hear me now?
Now the green room here, and now we can hear you, JC.
You can hear me?
So what was the problem? Was it operator error?
Might have been. I mean, Wi-Fi is working perfect.
So you gave me the thumbs down, and
Yes, sir.
so what are your feelings about forfeits?
I've not once ever forfeited as a coach or anything. I've seen multiple of them. I guess it just depends on the safety. It's just my opinion on that part. What are we really teaching the kids when we quit? That's just my opinion. If it's a safety thing because, hey, kids are getting hurt or they're dropping, let's just say a team doesn't have enough kids, then understandable, you got to call a forfeit. But you going into that game, you know that, you got to have enough minimum players to play the game. But of course, if, for whatever reason they get hurt, then of course, you got to call a forfeit, then okay. But if a team is beating you 30-0, 40-0, teach the kids to play through it, finish the game until the mercy rule comes in effect in our league. 50, boom, it's game over. We understand that part, but I'm not for forfeits at all. I'm totally against them, but of course with reason.
Well, and we already, as a league, assist in that process by having a running clock. When a team gets a certain level of points above another opponent, we go to a running clock. Absolutely. And that's to help speed that game along, because obviously we don't want to have these big blowouts and we don't want anybody to get hurt, but we do want to have the kids the opportunity to play.
Absolutely. I'm all for, play through it regardless of the score, finish it off. That's it. And sometimes I've seen some games they end in the third quarter, but a team didn't quit. They played it. Some teams I've seen after quit.
So I have a Roberto Antonio Maldonado Jr. who, and I'll put his message on the screen here, says, let's talk about them dang on 9U Wiley Dogs. Okay,
I think they're new this year.
They are. Hopefully he can talk better than he types.
You know what? I don't know what to expect from them. Welcome to the league. When the playoffs comes, you're going to have every shot to prove yourself, just like everyone does in every region, like myself. You're going to have every chance, an opportunity to get to that state championship. So
I've got him. He's in the green room right now. Should I let him in?
Absolutely. Bring him in. Why not?
I probably should, because I've only been mouthing off about it for the last, 10, 15 minutes. Coach Maldonado joining us here on the stream.
How you doing, sir? How you doing?
Good. Coach, tell me, you are, I'm guessing you're the coach of this 9 Wiley's Bulldog team.
Okay, so I'll correct you. I am the offensive coordinator for the Wiley Bull team. Our head coach is Lance Clark.
Okay. I have a question.
So y'all are so serious that you got an offense. Y'all are so serious you got an offensive coordinator on the 9U level.
Yeah, I'll say that our team isn't the normal. I'm gonna say the average 9U team when it comes to how smart they are with the game. You know what I mean? They're pretty advanced. You know what I mean?
That's good.
All right. So tell us about the Wiley Bulldogs. Where are you guys located at? What are you guys about? What are you doing in your community?
Okay, so Wiley Bulldogs, we're located in Abilene, Texas. Wiley is actually the school district that we belong to. So that's something that's a little bit different than us and most organizations. We're actually backed by our school district. They let us play on their varsity field. They open all their facilities to us. So they're very, very involved, and they have our backs. You know what I mean? I would say in the community, we actually pull in kids from a bunch of different areas because Wiley's like an open. It's kind of like you just have to move out there. So we have a lot of guys from a lot of different places. I would say we're young in the travel, like Taifa, when it comes to like all our other organizations besides, or our other levels besides our 9U level. We've dipped and dabbled and traveled and played some better teams than like what the rest of the org maybe has done, you know what I mean? But we're trying to get them out there too right now. So that's our goal with joining Taifa, leaving the city league and going to Taifa, you know what I mean?
Good morning. Very good.
So now, how long have you guys been in existence as an organization?
Okay, as an organization, I know for sure at least about 15 years.
That's pretty good.
So it's been a long time.
So this is nothing new to you guys. You guys you've been around the block, playing in city leagues out there in the West Texas area. What was the drive to bring the show to Texas, to Taifa?
Well, man, Taifa, honestly, we had just been kind of like keeping our eye on like what a lot of different teams are doing. We have a lot of respect for like the Midland Horned Frogs. Like we have a lot of relationships built because we compete out there a lot. So, after a while you compete against people, you end up making friendships and relationships with them. So we were kind of like watching what they're doing, especially their last year, their 9U team, because we just had a lot of respect for them, man. They're a good team. I think they made it to the state and they're runner-up. So we had a lot of respect and we just seen what they're doing. We're like, all right, this looks like they're having fun. And it's a little bit, it's not like jumping right into like a national travel league or something. It's more statewide. And so we felt like, we could, our other levels as well could like compete, you know what I mean? And so, because we're thinking about all our organization, not just us. And that's the hard part kind of sometimes, right?
So you coach the 9U.
Yes, sir. And I'm a board member as well of the organization. So.
Okay, so you coach the 9U, which is our rookie division.
Yes, sir.
And I'm bringing up my ticker here for those standard right now. Let's see, where are you guys at?
I think we're number one right now.
So you guys are currently the one-ranked team in 9U. Now here's something, and JC, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a lot of things that happen with the chapters that are outside of the San Antonio, Austin area. You guys do great during the regular season, and then you come into the postseason. You have to make that first long trip, or somebody comes up to you, and all of a sudden you get punched in the mouth. Are you guys ready for that kind of?
Yes, sir. I would say
what makes you guys ready for that?
Yes, sir. I would say this, like, I've been hearing that, and we hear that all the time, because it is true. A lot of times it's easy to be good in West Texas, and then you go to, metropolitan area cities, and maybe you're not as good as you thought you were. The one thing about us is that, like, especially with the 9U team, like, we went to a tournament in Round Rock in the start, like our preseason, like the start of like mid-August. And we got to play some teams from all over that, honestly, I mean, they're pulling from the city. They're city teams, a couple of Houston teams, a Dallas team, a Waco team. And so off of looks, you could tell like they're a lot bigger. But, I mean, we won. We played 3 games. We won 2 games, and we lost 1 game by 1 touchdown. So we did very well out there. So that kind of just gives us confidence that, like, we've been traveling. Last year, this same team, they were 8U last year, but we played as a 9U team. We went to Louisville, and we played against North Texas Cowboys. They were a 10U actually when we played them. So, like, we've been just playing a lot of guys and a lot of competition, and we're not afraid to lose. I think that's the thing that makes us different than a lot of these other teams. Is like, we don't care about losing. We care about getting better. And so I think that's what separates us, you know what I mean, from some of the other teams.
Nice. I have a question, Coach.
So, obviously, you're more focused on the 9U. Or JC, you got any questions?
Yeah, I wanted to ask him real quick. So you guys are traveled already, correct, sir? You guys have traveled. You get to experience that. So
yes, sir. We've experienced it. Yes, sir.
You think that factor going into the state playoffs when it's y'all's turn, like I'm seeing y'all's record 4-0. That's awesome. Sir. You know, let's say y'all finish the season undefeated. You probably won't have to travel till the 2nd or 3rd week. You think the factor of traveling won't affect your team?
I don't, and the main reason why is because like a lot of these kids all played like Abilene Hurricanes, which is like a travel, like a winter team. That's like a travel team. They play in January and February. A lot of these same kids have played like in the battle tournaments and College Station. I mean, they've been playing a lot of football. And so for probably about 15 to 20 of them on our team. They're just weathered guys. They've played a lot of ball. You know what I mean? And so that's what excites us. You know what I mean?
You guys play Southeast Thunderbirds?
We haven't. We actually we're trying to get with the Sharks for like a little like scrimmage or like a little game. We heard they're pretty good. So we're really like whoever's in West Texas because it's like close. Whoever's like good, like we're trying to play them. We don't care about losing. We don't care if we're not number one in the standings. We don't care about none of that. We just care about getting better. You know what I mean?
Do you guys play against Midland Horned Frogs?
Yeah, we played them the first game of the season. We won 44-8.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and they're a really good team too. Like a lot of respect to them. They're well coached. We love their guys, man. They got a lot of good players.
So you guys are on a mission.
I'm sorry.
You guys are on a mission to go after state.
We really are, and it sounds cliche. And I know, like hearing it in the comments, it sounds like I'm just being like a like a guy that what do you call it, keyboard warrior or whatever. But
you are. Let's be clear, you are.
I knew you were gonna set him off.
No, it's okay. Hey, because he was on me the last time. I was like, man, I emailed him probably 10 times after the show because I was like, dude, I think you'll like me once we actually talk. We're actually more alike than you think. You know what I mean? So, do you know Scott
Massey?
The
game film didn't help either.
Kenny, do you know Scott Massey?
I do.
Okay, like he interviewed my son before. My son is our quarterback. He interviewed him before, and he actually told us like, man, I can't wait for y'all to talk to Kenny Long. He's such a great guy. You're gonna love him. Da da da. So it's actually an honor to finally get to meet you and talk to you, man. So I appreciate y'all.
Well, thank you. Well, so one other question that I have, and this is something that JC and I have discussed in the past, and we've seen it happen many times, is you get an organization like you guys are doing and doing great things around the community. You've got this 9U team. You got your rookie team, 4-0, looking really good this season. But then you look at the rest of the organization. Your flag is 1-3. Your Tykes are 0-4. Your juniors are 0-4. Do you feel that the focus is just on this rookies team right now, and everybody else is just kind of left by the wayside, just focusing on that 9U to possibly get a championship, or are they trying to on the rest of the organization?
Yeah, so that's actually a great question. So I would say we are definitely focused on every level. We want every level to succeed. Now I'll say like our juniors level, which is the oldest level, they're just a lot younger, and like you might see this before they go to junior high. A lot of parents like to have their kids play that 1 year before they go to junior high, you know what I mean? And so that's what they have on that team. They got, probably 15 to 20 guys that this is their first time to ever play football. And so they're very, very young. They're very, very developmental, right? And so with them, we're how do you say it? We're appreciative for the small battles, the small wins. When we score a touchdown, we're getting better. So that's what we want to see. Now on the younger levels, I think like our flag, it took them just a couple of games. They're starting to get better. What I say, like they're starting to get better. I think they won won last week against the Cowboys. They looked a lot better. Our 7U team actually, the Tykes team, they actually kept the Cowboys to only 12 points. And if you look at their scores, the Cowboys have actually been blowing out a lot of people. So our defense is getting better. Now we need our offense to start clicking, which I think it will. So as long as we get that 500 record, then it's all irrelevant when it comes to playoffs. So hopefully we can get that turned around, and then we can get them in the playoffs, and they can make a little noise too. So.
And JC, you and I have seen it. You're the San Antonio Outlaws of old, the Austin Steelers of old. I think it was San Antonio Predators in time. They had that one squad, and it's like they ride that squad the whole way and don't care about anything else about what's going on behind them. All they're concerned about one squad.
Right.
And then we've seen the ones that are doing it right. You get the Texas Giants. You've got the Midland Horned Frogs. Where you've got multiple age groups that are making it their way through the playoffs into the championships and representing whether they win or not. Giants last year, fantastic season, multiple championships. Horned Frogs, multiple teams in the playoffs, but into the championships, but just couldn't get it over the mountain there. Those are the kind of things I like to see when it comes to an organization.
Yes, sir. So I would say for the next few years, like just be looking at us to see those improvements, because that's what we're trying to. At the end of the day, all this is preparation for our kids to play, 7th grade through 12th grade. That's our goal. We want them to be prepared and know football. So then, hopefully we can make some noise when it really matters the most. And so we definitely want those younger levels to shine and to get better and develop, because at the end of the day, I mean, it's Wiley. It says that on the chest, and that's what we're about. We're trying to make Wiley, put him on the map, And so,
yes, very good, and good luck the rest of the season, Coach.
Hey, I appreciate y'all's time. It was a pleasure to meet y'all, man. If y'all ever want to talk some more football, y'all know where to find me.
Sounds good.
Well, like I said, I'm kind of changing some things about the show, kind of turning into more of an open format. Want people to come on and give some opinions, chop it up, just talk about a subject, whatever we do. So you're more than welcome to join in. I'll be putting that link out there. So absolutely join us. Thanks again, Coach Maldonado, for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Likewise. You have a good one.
So take it easy.
Thank you.
Coach Maldonado from the Wiley Bulldogs 9U. What'd you think about that, JC?
Oh, I enjoy it. I like the confidence, I wasn't going to say, hey, you're going to be the state champ the way I was claiming or the way I was saying. I mean, hey, they got the right mentality, and hopefully with the rest of the organizations, they can step it up, We're still early.
It's early. We're about ready to hit mid-season right now. And again, and like I said, you've seen it. I've seen it. Teams that have done well all of a sudden come into the playoffs and boom, they get punched in the mouth, and they're one and done.
Exactly. We've seen 8-0 teams lose in the first round like that. All that hype and all that talk about it, and all of a sudden, bing, it's over.
We've seen 4-4 bubble teams that come into the playoffs and take the ride all the way up.
Yes, sir. 6-2, 5-3, 4-4 teams can make it all the way up there. It evens the playing ground. You're 0-0 all over again. Let's see how you do. What you did before 8-0 doesn't matter anymore. You got to now prove it in the state playoffs. All
right, we're going to call it a night, JC. Thanks for joining us here on the last minute there, and we'll do this again. I think this is where we're going to go with the format here for the show. We're going to get more interactive. Allow people to just join us. Now that I figured out that I can just put you in the green room and just let you sit there until I feel like letting you talk.
That's awesome.
That's going to be fun.
You got it, Kenny. Thank you. You have a good night.
All right. Thank you for joining us here on The Zone here on Type of Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next Wednesday starting at 8:30 p.m. That's right, 8:30 p.m. We'll go back to the regular time. So once again, thank you for joining us here on the Type of Sports Network. This is The Zone.